Okay, so I absolutely love how the title of my last video was Rodri Is Insane, and now the title of my new video is Rodri Is A Clown. And yeah, I'm sorry for looking like absolute trash and not put together, and for not posting for a very long while, but honestly, I did shoot some episodes, somewhere around like 3 episodes, but I didn't really have the time to edit those episodes, and the subjects ended up being outdated because a very long time have passed since, yeah. So yeah, anyways, here I am now I'm shooting this episode. Hopefully I'm going to edit it out today and I'm going to post it today the day that I'm shooting it. And yeah, here it is, a new episode where I basically talk about the match that took place between Real Madrid and Manchester City, basically a UCL derby, and about how Rodri is an absolute clown. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so basically the first match was played on the Etihad Stadium, basically Man City Stadium. And yeah, before the match began, the Manchester City supporters were holding a banner with Rodri's face on it. It was basically a picture of Rodri kissing the Ballon d'Or at the Ballon d'Or ceremony, and it was written on the banner, "Don't cry your heart out." Basically, it was a very shady act towards Vinicius. To be fair, I haven't seen like this kind of shady acts in football. I don't even remember when was the last time when I've seen like on television related to football such shady stuff. But yeah, he was. And why am I saying that Rodri is a clown? Basically, when Rodri saw that, he was on the bench and he stood up and pulled out his phone and took a picture of the banner. And yeah, at halftime, literally the sports news were already on fire. There were already so many articles posted about this subject, and the whole social media was like full about this thing, about what just happened, the fact that Rodri literally took a picture of that banner. And why am I saying that he's a clown? Because imagine like you are basically called the best player in the world, or at least you were called the best player in the world for the last season, and you, at this point, you're pretty prestigious, you're pretty notorious, right? And all of that stuff, and you literally are taking a picture of your fans shading your opponent. Like, that for me is crazy. It might just be me, but for me it's absolutely crazy. Like, how could you do that? I mean, I think that this man, like, the fact that he won the Ballon d'Or got a bit up to his head. A bit. It kind of got to his head, and he thinks that he's so entitled. Like, first he was comparing himself with Ronaldo, now he's shading like that Vinicius. Like, man, you're a little bit insane. I don't mean to be rude, but like, how could you literally, like, you, after you won the Ballon d'Or, I think that you should be confident enough to not really still care so much about shading other players, right? Especially after, like, he literally said that he deserved it, not Vinicius, not, like, after he's so sure of himself, why does he feel the need to shade and laugh about Vinicius losing the Ballon d'Or? I mean, man, get over it. I mean, I understand that he received so much hate and all that stuff because he 100% did not deserve the Ballon d'Or, but it was 100 million years ago already. So many matches have passed, so many like months have passed. It's irrelevant at this point. Nobody is even thinking about that Ballon d'Or anymore. Everybody's just looking forward for the next one and for like what is up in store for this season. Nobody cares about the Ballon d'Or anymore. I mean, nobody except Rodri and the Manchester City fans, because that's probably the only accomplishment that they will get this season. And yeah, it's just cringe and insane to me. But yeah, anyways, I spoke enough about this situation. Now I'm going to move on to what happened in the actual match. Then in minute 17, Man City opens up the score with Haaland's goal, and honestly, that happened literally right after I was telling my mom, Man City is like so bad today. Literally after I said that, they scored, and it was kind of funny. But honestly, I really want to say that Guardiola deserves so much credit for that goal. And honestly, I also liked Jack's Grealish pass before that, and then what Guardiola did there, I mean, it was pretty. It was something, man. I mean, he was pretty good right there in the counter attack. And yeah, I mean, Haaland scored. He scored a beautiful goal, but a lot of the credit should go to Guardiola, in my opinion. And yeah, after that, Mbappe scored. He scored the equalizer, and the score became from 1-0 to 1-1. And he scored a goal that was pretty similar to the one that he scored at the World Cup 2022, but it was a bit shabbier, we would say, but it was still such an incredible goal, because he literally he touched the ball with this part of his leg. And yeah, I mean, he definitely did not want to do that. He probably should have waited a bit more, one more second, for the ball to go a bit more down, but yeah, to go below, sorry, more down, what's that? To go below, and to manage to shoot it with his foot. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was, I mean, not pretty good, it was actually incredible. And yeah, I really liked it, and I got a deja vu right there when he fell on his side. I really got a deja vu from that World Cup final. And I was surprised after that to see that so many people had that deja vu, and then to see on the internet so many videos where they compared the two goals. And yeah, it was interesting. It was very interesting, and I really liked it. Then I wanted to talk a bit about Foden, because I mean, in the first match, which was played, as I said, on Etihad, he was not too shabby, but he was not in form, definitely. But in the second match played at the Santiago Bernabeu, man, that guy was almost invisible. And anyways, we'll talk about the issues that Man City had in the match at the Santiago Bernabeu. But still, man, I mean, Foden in the first match was not too shabby, but he was not good. And in the second match, he was invisible. That was crazy. But anyways, then somewhere around minute 80, Ceballos fouled Foden, and that made Clement Turpin to award a penalty kick. And that penalty kick was shot obviously by Haaland. And honestly, I was thinking that, man, he is not going to score. He is not going to score. Courtois, the GOAT, he's not going to score. And yeah, he scored, and he scored a beautiful penalty kick, I wouldn't lie. I mean, it was exactly in his style. You could tell that it was signed by him. But yeah, I still didn't expect it. I was still no, Courtois, the GOAT, he's going to save it. But yeah, that was it. And then 6 minutes later from that, Brahim Diaz managed to score the equalizer, and it was honestly a very beautiful goal. So first of all, Vinicius shot on target, but Ederson managed to block the ball. And then Brahim Diaz was so concentrated and so right there in the moment that he managed to shoot the ball right away from that action. And yeah, he managed to score, and it was a very nice goal. It was strong, it was precise, it was right there. I mean, that's what I like. The fact that in that moment, Brahim Diaz was not sleeping. He was right there in the moment and he scored. And obviously, he didn't celebrate, or I mean, it's not necessarily obviously, but he didn't celebrate since he used to be a Man City player as well. And yeah, it was a respect moment. It was, yeah. And then the winner came in the extra time in the 90 plus 2 minute when Bellingham managed to score, and it was a very nice goal. This time I really have to give credit to Vinicius, because Vinicius developed a very high pace, and he started dribbling, and then he shot the ball over Ederson, and then Bellingham got the ball and he shot it and he scored, basically with the goal empty, with no person in there. And yeah, still it was a very beautiful goal. They celebrated, and yeah, it was a really interesting match. I really liked it. It could have been better, honestly. I would have liked it to be more show, but honestly, compared to the second match that was played on the Santiago Bernabeu, this one was pretty entertaining. So now we are going to talk about the second match that took place on the Santiago Bernabeu between these two teams on in the UCL. So basically, this one, my goodness, Man City did not stand a chance. Literally, like, Real Madrid did whatever they wanted out of them, out of the Man City players, and honestly, it actually was quite entertaining, because like, I really loved watching all of the tricks and all of those interesting actions that Real Madrid done in this match, because they were basically playing alone. And yeah, let's get started. So it was basically Mbappe's night. Mbappe managed to score a hat-trick, and yeah, this man, my goodness, literally, I have so many things to talk about him and the way he played in this match. So first of all, in the 4th minute, so basically the first offensive action. So I really think that was the first offensive action of that match. Kylian Mbappe managed to score from Raul's Asensio pass, and it was a bit similar to the other goal that he scored in the other match, but yeah, there were some differences. And he scored over the goalkeeper, and he celebrated by doing this as he always does when he does a shoot over the goalkeeper. And then the second goal came in minute 33 from Rodrigo's pass, and this time he scored kind of under the goalkeeper, we could say. And yeah, he kind of laughed during this celebration. He was kind of making fun of the Man City players. Like, after he celebrated by doing this gesture, the second time he did this gesture as he kind of scored under the goalkeeper, as I said. But yeah, I mean, I literally remember before this goal was scored, somewhere around like minute 24, like that was kind of the minute, I was really like watching him play and watching him dribble and like developing speed and doing all of that stuff, and literally like my eyes were tearing up. Like, literally, it's just so mesmerizing watching him play. And I don't know, I literally got emotional, because I was like, how can one play this well, and how can one have this brain? Like, in my opinion, he is definitely a football genius. And yeah, I'm so happy that he's finally back on track and he's again in form playing for Real Madrid. But yeah, it's absolutely mesmerizing, and in my opinion, he is at the moment one of the best players in history, and he has really big chances of building a legacy that will not be forgiven for many years. And yeah, I mean, it's just mesmerizing watching him play. And I was just thinking, man, if I was a footballer, like, he would be my biggest demotivation, because like, when I will think that oh, I finally gained more football knowledge, I finally became more intelligent in the pitch, I'll really watch him and watch a match of him, and I'll be like, man, nah, I have no football IQ, I have no ball knowledge, but like, yeah, thank God I'm not a footballer. Thank God I'm only like talking about them, and yeah, I'm not a footballer, but if I were, probably like Kylian Mbappe would be the reason why I would never succeed, because I would really try to do my best, and then I would see him and I would be like, man, I'm nothing. I'm nothing. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, honestly. And yeah, I have no words. I have no words. I'm in loss of words. Then, like 5 minutes away from this, Jude Bellingham received a yellow card, and he's going to miss the next UCL match. And as well, he's going to miss the next two La Liga match after he received that red card in the match in the La Liga match against Osasuna. Yeah, that was a very controversial thing, a very controversial moment. Honestly, I think that the two match ban is a great decision. He didn't curse directly the referee. He said F off. He didn't said F you. So basically, he didn't really offend the referee, and then he even tried to explain the fact that he didn't offend the referee, and that was not what he meant. So yeah, I think that a 2 game ban is great, but imagine if he was banned for like 12 matches in La Liga, like 12 La Liga matches. Imagine not seeing like Jude Bellingham playing in La Liga for like 3 months. That would have been crazy. That would have been so crazy. And like, imagine like 12 matches is almost like a third of the La Liga season. Like, not playing a third of the La Liga season is just crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, thank God it's only just a 2 game ban, and yeah, I totally understand it. And then the third goal for Kylian Mbappe came in minute 61 from Valverde's pass, and yeah, it was again a beautiful goal. He's just Mbappe. Literally, he's just Mbappe. And yeah, he celebrated in the same ways he celebrated when he last scored a hat-trick. And yeah, he's just Mbappe. That's all I got to say. But after Mbappe scoring, honestly, this hat-trick, I've kind of seen Vinicius losing confidence, and that made me question, because literally I felt like after that he was trying just so hard to score, and obviously he was not able to score. Like at that point, Kylian Mbappe was not trying anymore to like score. Every single time when he was having the chance to score, he was passing the ball to Vinicius. I mean, at least twice I've noticed that, the fact that even though he was in the position where he could score, he was passing the ball to Vinicius. And still, like, Vinicius was failing ridiculously. He was failing ridiculously into like not scoring, and I don't know, it just felt like he was not confident. It felt weird, because in those kind of contexts, generally Vinicius wouldn't miss like that, or yeah. But this time, I don't know, it felt like he was wanting so bad to score, so bad to kind of like prove something, that he was not really able to score anymore. And I don't know, I mean, I definitely understand why he was trying so hard to score, because obviously, I mean, yeah. But I'm still concerned on there becoming some rivalries in the inner circle of Real Madrid, but hopefully there is no rivalry. And I'm really happy, honestly, that these two, I mean Vinicius and Mbappe, started getting really well along on the pitch. In the beginning of the season, I was saying that they were not able to get along, but now they're really getting along, and that's amazing. But yeah, we'll see because there are some controversial things, but hopefully it's just in my head and actually there's nothing going on, and yeah, they're just going to play really well together, and yeah, there's not going to be any conflict, or at least if there is going to be a conflict, it wouldn't affect their game. Then in minute 90 there were done some substitutions, so like Federico Valverde exited the pitch and David Alaba entered the pitch, and Vinicius exited the pitch and Endrick entered the pitch. And I was pretty surprised because like, why Ancelotti is still not like not bringing in Arda Güler. I mean, I don't know, that man deserves more minutes, that man deserves to be freed from the bench. But still, I understand like why he's sitting on the bench. It's really hard to let like Endrick and Arda play when Real Madrid has such a great like first 11. It's kind of hard to get them play these two, like get them play as well. But I don't know, I was like, it could have been the moment. It could have been the moment to substitute as well Arda, and maybe I don't know, maybe in minute 83 instead of changing Tchouaméni with Modric, maybe he could have brought in Arda Güler. Though Modric is a legend and like playing against Man City, yeah, I kind of understand why Ancelotti wanted to bring in Modric, but maybe he could have done that little sacrifice there and let Arda Güler play, especially in such an important match, to give him more confidence. And yeah, and then in minute 90 plus 2, just like Bellingham, Nico Gonzalez managed to score, and the score became 3-1 for Real Madrid. Yeah, it was very unexpected. I was pretty disappointed because in my opinion there is a very big difference of when like it comes to the score 3-0 and 3-1. I mean, I think that is such a big difference, and yeah, I was a bit upset for the fact that they managed to score one goal. But yeah, I mean, I think that the defenders at this point, they were already pretty relaxed, and that's why I think that happened. They were not paying attention anymore and they were relaxed, and yeah, it was definitely not Courtois' fault when it comes to this goal. It was not his fault, but I think that the defenders, as I said, were a bit relaxed. But it's understandable why they were relaxed because, as I said, it was 3-0. It was already extra time. Like, yeah. But anyways, I was a bit upset for like us beating them 3-1 and not 3-0, but still, it's a very great outcome. It was a very great score, and it was a very great match because like, literally think about it, literally Man City did not stand a chance. The score could have been like so much higher for Real Madrid, but I think that sometimes the teams don't really try to push that much when they are able to push, to not really erase the success in a way. Because I think that if, for example, they would have beat Man City 5-0, people would have thought like, yeah, anyways, like the opponent was super weak, and yeah, you know. So I think that in these moments, the big teams kind of think about marketing in a way, so they don't push that much. But yeah, I mean, the score could have been way higher, and yeah, it ended up 3-1, and that was kind of it. Also wanted to mention the fact that Haaland did not play, and it was something that really concerned so many fans. I still do not know the actual reason why Haaland did not play. I mean, people be saying that he didn't play because he was a bit injured, but there's nowhere written that he has been diagnosed with an injury. But yeah, then people were saying that he's going to enter in the second half, but he hasn't been seen warming up. And yeah, it was a bit weird. I have no idea why he was not brought in. I tried to find out. I didn't find anywhere the actual reason, just speculations. And yeah, maybe by the time that this video is going to be up on YouTube, we are going to know the exact reason why he didn't play. But yeah, for now we do not know. And as well, I wanted to talk a bit about like Kyle Walker's transfer to AC Milan, because I think that in a way it really is affecting the Man City's defense. I mean, now Husanov is playing on Kyle Walker's spot, but yeah, I mean, I think that there definitely is a difference, because Kyle Walker was anyways one of the, at least last season, he was one of the best right backs in the world, in my opinion. And yeah, he's doing a great job now at AC Milan. Yeah, I think that the transfer is kind of affecting the team and the team's defense. To be fair, I mean, this is another mystery, like why did he transfer? It was so unexpected, there was no rumor about it, and out of nowhere he transferred to AC Milan, such an unexpected club. I mean, there are lots of speculations. In my opinion, the most outrageous speculation was the fact that he did this to get his wife back, which I think is kind of crazy, but whatever, because like they were saying that living in Napoli is it's such a big difference of living in Napoli and living in Manchester, but I don't know, it's just outrageous to me. It's a bit crazy to me, but we do not know. Honestly, I really like the way Kyle Walker plays at the moment at AC Milan. I don't see him yet like fitting 100% in Serie A, but I think that the time will pass upon him, and he's actually going to fit 100% in that background. And yeah, I mean, honestly, as I said, he is making a better debut than I thought that he's going to make at AC Milan. And yeah, he's not shabby, he's helping the team a lot. But yeah, Man City is kind of suffering. But we are going to see. Overall, I think that there were two very beautiful matches. I mean, at least as a Madridista, for me there were two beautiful matches. And also, I wanted to mention the fact that I really liked the fact that the first match was officiated by my favorite referee, Clement Turpin, and the second match was officiated by our Romanian Kovac. And I was so happy to see these two referees officiating such important matches, and such important matches to me. And yeah, it's just crazy to think about the fact that Man City got out of the Champions League so fast, but I'm happy, not gonna lie. Overall, I'm really happy for the fact that they for their defeat. I'm happy for their defeat. I'm here for it. And yeah, Man City fans, don't cry your heart out. Okay, so this was it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share it to your friends if you think that any of this information might be useful to them. Comment down below any suggestion for me to improve and stuff like that. And subscribe to keep in tune with all of my uploads. Okay, you guys. Bye!